forecast first on Color 10 News, Ozarks First.
Good morning. We've got aerial flood advisories now in effect as we get rain on top of already saturated soils. This goes until 9:45. More details on that in a second. Otherwise, we've got wet roads in Branson with cloudy skies and temperatures still chilly at 36 degrees. Showers moving across the Ozarks. Most of them are pretty light to moderate. Seeing more moderate downpours near Houston and Mountain Grove and Mountain View out there this midday. Things staying pretty soggy and wet through the afternoon. Temperatures are staying down with the clouds and the rain. It's 38 degrees in Springfield, 38 in Fort Leonard Wood, and 38 degrees at Lake of the Ozarks. We'll keep some showers as we head through the afternoon. The cloudy skies and cooler 40s. Multiple rain chances in the 7-day, and as temperatures warm up, that means a threat for severe weather. Details on that coming up in a couple of minutes. Color 10 News Midday starts right now.
We're still on the line with someone in the store. They're saying there's 2 people inside the store shop.
For 3 says request, I need westbound traffic shut down at Bellcrest and Chestnut. I need eastbound traffic shut down, whatever light is west of Prince.
Today, we are continuing to track overnight shootings in East Springfield that have resulted in 5 deaths, including that of a Springfield police officer. This is Color 10 Midday, everyone. I'm Joe Morano. We've been covering this story for hours now as the shooting happened just before midnight. Today, Lauren Barnes and Nigel McDonald are out on East Chestnut, where the the location was of this happening. Lauren, what did you notice out there, and what do you have for us this morning?
Well, Joe, that sound that you heard from the Springfield Police Department was them setting up and securing this scene behind us at the come and go here on East Chestnut Expressway and Prince Lane. Sounds, tragic sounds from inside the come and go as the scene unfolded. Since then, we've learned heartbreaking news that 5 people, including Springfield police officer Christopher Walsh, has passed away inside this come and go, along with 3 other civilians, and then the suspect who took his own life. Now, our Daybreak reporter, Color 10's Nigel McDonald, has been on the scene since 5 a.m. this morning. And Nigel, you were the first to learn some of these details.
Yeah, Lauren, that's right. 2 other people were injured, including Springfield officer Josiah Overton and another person who was inside of that come and go. Now, these are all details we learned this morning along with our viewers at the press conference. According to Springfield Police Chief Paul Williams, officers were dispatched to a come and go on East Chestnut Expressway just before midnight. Callers reported a vehicle had crashed at the scene. Investigators say an armed suspect entered the store and began shooting at customers and employees.
Officer Josiah Overton and Officer Christopher Walsh were the first to arrive and were immediately fired upon by the suspect.
Chief Williams says officers were struck by gunfire.
Other responding officers arrived, removed the 2 injured officers from the scene, and they've been entry into the store.
Williams says the suspect was found deceased from apparent self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
At the scene, they also located 3 other deceased citizens and 1 other citizen with a gunshot wound. That 4th person was transported to a local hospital where they're being treated.
Williams says both the deceased citizens and suspect have not been identified at this time. He says Officer Christopher Walsh, who was one of 2 officers to first respond on scene, died in the shooting incident. The second officer will survive.
Officer Overton sustained non-life-threatening injuries and is being treated at a local hospital. Officer Overton has been with SPD for 2 years, and Officer Walsh was with SPD for 3.5 years.
Williams says Walsh was a U.S. Army veteran and was active in the U.S. Army Reserves.
Both these officers showed significant bravery, were heroic in their actions, and we ask that you respect their families' privacy at this time.
Williams says the entire department is grieving the loss of a fellow officer. Well, Chief Williams tells us that the department expects to investigate for the remainder of today, and you can see behind us they are doing so.
Yeah, and Nija, the shots that led up to this crime scene where we are now unfolded around Southeast Springfield in a matter of just about 20 minutes. We have the call logs from the Springfield Police Department that lay out the deadly details by the minute.
We don't know how many victims we have.
Call logs from the Springfield Police Department detail what investigators believe are the gunman's moves around Southeast Springfield.
Shots called, Battlefield and Lone Pine.
2 calls are made at 11:24 p.m. Sunday. A few minutes later, at 11:31, north on South Ingram Mill, Springfield police get 2 more calls about gunshots.
We're just right now receiving multiple calls for shots in the area of 2120 South Ingram Mill and Woodgate Apartments as well.
Then another call comes in near the same area at 65 and Sunshine. Here's when police believe the gunman heads farther north as officers are responding to the first 2 areas with gunshots. A check of well-being is requested at East Chestnut Expressway and Prince Lane. Police direct their response to the come-and-go here
Take cover behind vehicles.
and are met with gunfire.
I think 320 went to the hospital. We need to make an injury team right now.
This is where Springfield police officer Chris Walsh, 3 other victims, and then the suspect all lose their lives.
Now, we know you probably have a lot of questions still at home, as do we, but Springfield police have said they are not identifying the suspect right now because they simply don't know that person's identity or a motive. They also were waiting to identify the people inside the come-and-go. Some were customers and some were employees until they notify the family. But again, it's a fluid situation here on East Chestnut. Still avoid the area. As you can see, it's blocked off, but you can always download our free Color 10 News app and monitor the situation throughout the day.
Yeah, and also the press conference that we were able to attend this morning, you can watch it in its entirety on our Facebook page, Color 10.
All right, Joe, reporting from what's clearly still a very active crime scene here on East Chestnut, Lauren Barnes here with Nigel McDonald.
All right, thank you, too. We'll check back in with them later during midday. We do move to some medical coverage now and some more breaking news. As the Springfield Greene County Health Department has announced today, there is a 3rd confirmed case of the coronavirus here in Greene County. That is the 6th diagnosis in the state. The health department is working with the CDC to determine any close contacts of that individual who possibly could be exposed. Governor Mike Parsons said that he's not imposing a ruling on what bars and restaurants should do around the state. He does say owners should stick to the CDC guidelines and recommendations, but he did give another overall warning to Missourians.
I think it's also important that at the end of the day, people are going to have to take some responsibility on their own. Government's not going to be able to fix all this. We're going to be there to do everything we can possibly to help the people of this state, but at some point there's going to have to be some common sense used here, and there's going to have to be some personal responsibility of how we deal with this issue.
The governor also is scheduled to speak with Vice President Mike Pence about this today. Coronavirus cases in the state now include 3 in Greene County, 2 in St. Louis County, and 1 in Henry County. And locally, many schools are extending spring break beyond this week. We have a comprehensive list of canceled events and closures available at ozarksfirst.com for you. If you notice we missed something or decide to cancel an event, you can contact us and let us know. We also want to mention Color 10 is back on Dish Network, though just temporarily. Dish has restored channels that had been removed due to a contract negotiation, but there has been a short-term agreement made aimed to provide people with news and information in light of this developing COVID-19 situation. And regarding that, some more news for you around the Ozarks. The city of Lebanon is suspending utility shutoffs for non-payment. Mayor Jared Carr made the call on this. He says the community needs to work together to slow the spread of COVID-19, and the city is working to understand the potential impacts for residents. For customers facing challenges, the city is offering payment plans. You can call Lebanon 417-532-2156. That's the City Hall number to get some more information. It is just 8 past the hour right now as we take a look at a gloomy Monday morning, Elisa.
Yeah, we've got clouds out there and some showers. It's going to be wet out there today, pretty soggy with those showers around, and there's more where that came from. Details on an unsettled 7-day coming up next.
Now weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa.
Good morning. We're starting out with an aerial flood advisory that goes until 9:45 for communities just to the south and east of Springfield. This area in particular has a lot of low water crossings that are pretty vulnerable. So the Weather Service has mentioned they're concerned about them flooding as we head through the day because we got heavy rain over the weekend and more of it this morning with another about inch of rain down in spots. So just be careful in some of these rural counties. 30. This one should expire soon, but same story, about an inch of rain down and those low water crossings in jeopardy. So we had most of that rain, the heavier rain to the south this morning. Be careful near any flooded roadways. Turn around, don't drown. Never drive through standing water. We've got lots of clouds out there in Springfield, and it's pretty soggy. Temperatures still pretty cold. 38 degrees there right now. It is 36 in Branson, 37 in Harrison, and 36 in Mountain Grove. We've got showers cutting across the Ozarks. A lot of them are pretty light. Got a couple of more moderate pockets near Mountain View and Houston, but for the most part, we're just seeing some pretty benign showers, despite, with that flood threat to the south and east. So it's one little hiccup that's rolling through out there today, and we'll have more hiccups through the week because we've got this storm that's centered off the California coast, and it's going to stay there all week. So it's just going to keep throwing these hiccups into the Ozarks until that big storm gets here, and as it gets here, will come with a strong cold front. By Wednesday, that's going to bring a severe risk just to our south and west. By Thursday, we'll have that severe risk in the Ozarks. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center outlooks only go 3 days out, so we can only see Wednesday. But I do expect some sort of risk to be issued tonight for Thursday, and we'll have to keep monitoring that as we head through the week, as strong storms will be possible. So again, rounds of storms with one little hiccup out there today, another hiccup rolling through by Wednesday, and then we'll have that bigger storm system roll through by Thursday with those stronger storms. Some showers out there this afternoon. We'll have some cloudy skies later on this evening and overnight, things drying out a little bit with the exception of the southern part of the area. Some showers possible there. Then tomorrow we'll keep a lull of some cloudy skies and temperatures in the middle and upper 50s until more showers arrive going into Wednesday. We're looking at widespread totals of about an inch or two across the area through Thursday, and that would bring us a flood threat. So again, showers today, a little bit of a lull tomorrow, showers and thunder on Wednesday. Some of those storms could be strong to severe by Thursday, and we'll keep that localized flooding threat through the week. 48 degrees today, cool with some showers. 43 overnight, some showers to the south. 57 degrees tomorrow, cloudy, but still mild. Then showers and thunder return by Wednesday. Showers and storms on Thursday, some of which could be strong to severe thanks to that high in the lower 70s.
Still to come on Midday, we'll tell you more about how the coronavirus is impacting interest rates around the country. And later, we'll check in again with Lauren and Nija talking about this shooting that happened in Springfield earlier today. Welcome back, everyone. We've got a consumer watch for you this morning as stock trading stopped once again today. It's the third stoppage in 3 weeks, and stocks fell more than 10% after trading resumed. Investors have concern that emergency policy measures put in place by global central banks over the weekend meant the economy is worse off than previously thought to be. The Dow opened nearly 10% lower, the Nasdaq Composite fell more than 6%, and the S&P 500 opened down more than 8%. The Federal Reserve is cutting interest rates down to the 0% range. This happened over the weekend to try and help that stock market out. Rates are now between 0% and 0.25. The last time the prime rate was this low was during the recession about a decade ago. The Federal Reserve also says it will purchase $700 billion of Treasury bonds and mortgage-backed securities. The coronavirus has also taken an impact on the travel industry. United Airlines says it might have to lay off employees as it plans to cut capacity in half in April. It is now discussing with unions about cost-cutting measures that could include furloughs or pay cuts or even outright job loss. Executives are also taking a 50% pay cut. The airline says it carried 1 million fewer passengers than normal in the first 2 weeks of March, and it thinks it will lose $1.5 billion this month. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll check back in with Lauren and Nija to get another recap of that officer-involved shooting that happened in East Springfield when we return. Welcome back to Midday, everyone. We're still tracking the details of a shooting that happened in East Springfield today that has left several dead, including a Springfield police officer. We have team coverage of this and check back in with Lauren Barnes and Nigel McDonald. Now, police say the suspect was firing shots at several locations around town. What info do you guys have on those other shootings?
Well, Joe, we're just not quite too sure about what other implications there are around southeast Springfield. We know that's kind of the route that the gunman took, firing near Battlefield and Lone Pine, US 65 and Sunshine, and then coming up here toward East Chestnut Expressway and Prince Lane. Police did originally say in the press conference that there were multiple crime scene locations, but as far as a number of injuries or fatalities, from police, so far, they're all coming from the come and go here. And we also want to mention, too, if you have any driving to do right now, this location is still very closed off to traffic, right, Nija?
Yes, they are asking you to find a different route if you can avoid this area at all possible. They have most of it blocked off. And I know this morning I saw a lot of people maybe heading this way, and it's kind of a best idea to just find an alternate route and avoid this area if at all possible.
Because you've been here since 5 a.m. and you
Yes.
saw some people trying to get past the police tape.
Yes, I did. I saw people coming down East Chestnut Expressway rather quickly, and then they were stopped immediately by police and told, you know, to turn around and find a different way.
Okay, we know that Police Chief Paul Williams also told you they will likely be on scene investigating all day here at the come and go. Once again, it's East Chestnut Expressway and Prince Lane. Reporting live here at Midday, Lauren Barnes and Nigel McDonald. Joe?
All right, thank you, too, for that update. We'll be back with one last check of some more breaking news when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. We have a few more cancellations we need to let you know about that have come through within the last hour here. The Missouri State High School Athletics Association has canceled state basketball championships for classes 4 and 5. They were supposed to be held this weekend at JQH Arena here in town. Those will not be played at all. And also, country superstar Alan Jackson. He will postpone his concert. It's supposed to be March 27th at JQH. That will now be June 26th. One last check of our forecast. A lot of rain on the way.
Yeah, we'll have some showers out there today. Temperatures chilly. Some thunder comes into play by Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching here at Midday. More info always on ozarksfirst.com.